Hello to the boys and girls of the Fog Squad and Carnoustie Primary School, and of course anyone else who is watching with us, you are most welcome. Now, any normal springtime we would be outdoors more often than we are at the moment. We might go and visit some of the local farms and see the newborn lambs and the newborn calves. Of course we can't do that this year, so I thought I would tell you a story about a wee lamb. And so I have a wee lamb called Lambie with me to tell the story. And of course the boys and girls of the Fog Squad will be familiar with Lambie because he has helped me tell some stories before, and of course he's had many a starring role in nativity plays. So the story I have for you today is about another wee lamb, strangely enough called Lambie, maybe a long lost relative, Lambie? So if you're sitting comfortably, we shall begin. Once upon a time on a hillside, not that far away from here, lived a little lamb called Lambie. And most of the time he was a happy lamb living on the hillside with all the other lambs and sheep, and a shepherd who was good and kind and who looked after them. The good shepherd would take the lambs and the sheep out onto the hillside every morning where they could feed, and then at night time he would take them back in to the sheep pen and he would look after them all night to make sure they were safe. Now sometimes Lambie could be a wee bit naughty. He usually got up to some sort of mischief, and he was always wandering off and getting lost. One time he got his head stuck in a bramble bush, and oh my goodness, did he look silly, and the good shepherd had to come and untangle him. Another time he got stuck in between some rocks, and just as he was feeling really scared, the good shepherd came and rescued him. But this time, well, Lambie was just feeling fed up, really. And the good shepherd had said to him, now you have to be really good, Lambie, because there's a sickness in the town where all the people live, and people are staying at home so that the sickness would go away. So you have to be especially good. But of course, Lambie didn't listen. He was really bored on the hillside, just chewing grass all day. And he would say to anyone that listened, I am bored, 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 bored. I want to go to the town and see all the people and see what they are up to. So when everyone was doing something else and it was really quiet on the hillside, off he went, wandering down the hill and into the town. But when he got there, he found it was really quiet. Where are all the people? And where are all the boys and girls who run after me and want to cuddle me? But he was glad he was in the town anyway. He thought to himself, well, I'll go into the shops and see if there are any bargains. I might even go to the barber shop for a haircut. And I'll go to the cinema. And I'll go to the trampoline park, because the good shepherd is always saying that I'll make a good jumper one day. But he found that all the shops were shut, and even the trampoline park was closed. And he said to himself, this is such bad news. No people, no shops, nothing to do. And then Lambie shouted, I am bored, 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 bored. But of course there was no one to hear him. But just then it was getting dark and a wee bit cold, and Lambie thought, well, he might as well just go back up the hillside. At least on the hillside, the good shepherd was there, and there was a nice warm sheep pen where he would be all cosy. And just then it started to rain too, and he felt a bit miserable. And he said to himself, oh, I wish I had never left the sheep on the hillside. I'm never going to complain about being bored again. So he decided that he would go home, but he couldn't find the familiar hillside. Everything looked different in the dark, and he would run about looking for the hillside, but he couldn't find it, and by this time he was getting really scared. And I bet you know what happened next. Of course, out of the darkness came the good shepherd and lifted Lambie up on his shoulder and took him back home, back to the sheep pen. And of course Lambie was a wee bit worried. He was thinking that maybe all the other sheep would be annoyed at him for running away, and he was beginning to feel a bit ashamed himself. In fact, he felt a bit sheepish. But do you know what happened when he got to the sheep pen where all the other sheep were there? They were just so happy to see him, to find out that he was not lost anymore and that he was home safe with them, that actually they weren't angry at all. They threw him a big party because they were so happy to see him again. And do you know that even though Lambie did sometimes get a bit bored and fed up, and sometimes he was still a wee bit naughty, but he never ever did wander off down the hillside on his own again. Well, that's the end of the story, and it's almost the end of our time together. I hope you enjoyed the story, but for now, it's bye-bye from Lambie, and it's bye-bye from me. Stay safe, stay home. God bless. Bye-bye.